Hello, everybody. This is Alyssa from Minkrits and Crafts, and today we are here for an extremely exciting and way overdue post review of a kit that I have finally finished. Oh my goodness. Feels so good to finally say that. It feels like this has been the kit that never ended because I've been working on it. Well, sort of, but not really. But I've been working on it since July of 2024, and we are finally done. In case you couldn't tell, this is going to be the Storm God. We have the Storm God laying right here. So first off, we're gonna look at I'll go over the details of the kit real quickly, and then we'll kind of talk about a little bit about the drills. Oh, this doesn't go in here. Ignore this. This doesn't exist because that was just extra drills from another kit. We'll go into the drills, and then we'll go into the canvas and everything else. So this kit right here, this is my new logbook. Isn't it pretty? It's so cute. This kit right here is the Storm God. This is from the artist Yumi Lusted, who, and the canvas originally comes from Lazy River Crafts. So they no longer are with us. They no longer are in business. So this is kind of one of those holdovers. But if you like the artwork, because the artwork is stunning, Karen is now licensed with Enablers Outpost. So that's super exciting. So this is from Mochi. What are you doing? I have a Mochi right here. There's a Mochi right here. Here's a Mochi tail. Mo, what are you doing? No, you get down. Come on. I don't want you on the canvas. So this is a 60 by 83 square drill canvas. It has 45 colors with 4 ABs. I started this one on the 28th of July back in 2024. And I finished this one on the 17th of February, 2025. That's when I finished it. And this one took me 49 hours and 44 minutes. So the reason why I track the hours is because obviously if you look at it, you think, oh my goodness, you've been working on this since, July of 24. That's, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's like 7 months. But in reality, if you think about the time that it actually took me to work on this kit, it was not like a 6-ish to 7 month kit, because I started it in July, I think is when I put down that I actually started it. Did hardly any work in July. I did like a section in, I think, August, or part of a section in August. I think I picked it up and did like another portion of a section a little bit, I think in September maybe. And then I think I did one section in September. I did like this much of a section in October, and then like didn't touch it again until I think in January. And I worked on it in January, and then basically did the rest of it in January and February. Maybe a little bit in December or somewhere around in there, but realistically, like very little of it was done prior to, like I had 2 in a portion, like 2 1/4 sections done out of the, I think I had it divided into 10 sections, maybe something like that. So realistically, no, it was 12 sections, I think, on this one. I had 12 sections, I think. I'd have to double check in my photos, but yeah, 12 sections. So there really was not much done on this kit prior to like January-ish time frame, and I worked on this a lot for the Laura and Hannah's wrap up a WIP 2025 event. That's where I got the bulk of this done, and I did have a couple sections left. I think I had like 2, maybe 3 sections. I think it was just 2 sections left to do in February, and I pushed and knocked those out. I took like a week or 2 off because I needed a break from the confetti, and I'll talk a little bit about that. And then I did push and finish the last little bit of it like in these last couple weeks here in February. And I finished it on the 17th. So we're going to look at the drills, and then I'll go over my overall thoughts. So here are the drills. So I had plenty of drills left over, and the white AB did extend down into this container as well, because that's an AB right there. So here are the drills. You can see there were lots of drills left over. This color was a very prominent color and extended into this container. And then we have right through here, you have a lot of these really pretty blues. I loved the color palette on this. I thought it was a fantastic, fabulous color palette. I loved the colors of the blues, the oranges, the reds with the pastel-y colors in there. I thought that was wonderful. And then you have a lot of like the smaller color tones that you see in here. I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to get that annoying glare, but you can see a little bit more of like the true color tones in there. So the ABs that were in here, I'm going to pull out the ABs. So there were a ton of drills left over. The quality of the drills was actually completely fine. I didn't have any like crazy issues with drills or anything like that. So we had 4 ABs. We had this beautiful blue AB, which, as you can imagine, we'll talk about placement of, was a lot of it was in the water. Well, all of it was in the water because it's a blue AB and there's water in this kit. And then we had this red AB, which is going to be in our dragon, and I had a lot of it left over. We only used maybe half of this one. We used a lot of the blue AB. The red AB was more of an accent AB. I wish there would have been more of this. This could have been used a lot more of. There was not nearly enough of this red AB. I felt like it was underutilized. Same thing with this green AB. The green AB was nowhere near enough of the green AB used in this kit for my liking. We could have used a ton of more of that. The white AB was a very prominent color in here, and I think I started off with, I think, like potentially two containers of this white AB because of how much we had to start off with. And you can see there's still, you know, like enough AB left over to fill an entire one of these tiny containers, and like to mostly fill one of these. There's enough left in there to mostly fill one of this size container of this AB, this white AB that you see right in here. And this was an AB 5200. You can see, you know, by the time I'm done, there's also random other colored drills left in there. But that was the ABs and the drills that we had. I did not come close to running out of anything. There was plenty left over in this. I think this is the one that had the least amount. It was potentially like these two colors. I think I had the least amount left over were these two colors here. And you can see how that's still plenty of those two colors. As you can see in here. So that was, yeah, a lot of drills left over, nothing that I was running out of or anything like that. So now we're going to go into my overall thoughts, and we'll talk a little bit about the canvas itself, and we will reveal what it looks like. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way and go from there. So here we are. Look at this. Isn't she, well, isn't it beautiful? I was gonna say, isn't she beautiful? But you know, the storm god is a male. Stunning image. I'm going to move my name tag. If you want one of these, it's got like magnets on the back. I took the magnets off so I could just like magnet it or just sit it wherever. But if I want to, like, I could put it wherever I wanted. But this is courtesy of Nicole over at Shire Shenanigans. It's beautiful. She went with the font that I have on my everything on my page, on my channel, and then like the colors that I love, which are like the teals and the aqua colors. Anyways, my overall thoughts. So much confetti. You can see just looking at it that there is so much confetti in this kit, like intense confetti. This was essentially pure confetti. There's a little bit of color blocking, like in like 2 colors had color blocking, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. So if you love confetti, like Lazy River canvases are like the thing for you if you love confetti. The AB placement and where the ABs were in this kit was totally on point, so that I loved. I love the AB placement. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I would love to see like in the body of the kit, like I had no issues with the gappiness or anything like that because it was so much confetti in the placement wise. But because there was a lot of color blocking in the border, and it's a light color in the border, you can see a little bit of the gappiness over here in this border area. No, you are not going to drink my milk, Mochi. No, not happening, girlfriend. So that's where you see the gappiness is in this border over here. So I may use like some mica once I move into my house and get my stuff. I may use some mica powder over on the border and a little bit on some of the light tones right in here. But on everywhere else where you have these bright tones, there's so much confetti that you don't really notice any of the gapping because of how it is. So it's mild gapping. I apologize. There's a helicopter flying over me right now. Once I move into my house, I won't have to worry about hearing the airfield noises and everything from being so close to the airfield. Because when you look at the dark tones, you really don't notice any gappiness up in the dark tones. And it's really just over in these really, really light tones. I also will have a solid desk and I can touch without going like this and moving the desk and jiggling the camera. I apologize for that. Anyways, I'm going to turn this off and see. No, I like it better with it on. You're just going to have a little bit of a glare right there because there's not enough light in here because I have all the windows blinds down. But look at how stunning this is. This washi tape has been on here since I kit this kit up back in February. So this particular brand is a brand I love. I'd have to look it up. Again, the rest of this washi tape is in my storage of washi tape, which is with my household goods, which are getting delivered in the next couple weeks. So once I have that, I can find out what washi tape this is. But it's stunning washi tape. I love it. It is not Simply Gilded. And because I don't find Simply Gilded sticks very well, but this washi tape, as you can see, is still sticking and the corners are still down, and this kit has been like rolled up, it's been thrown around, it's been done everything to, considering the fact that it's been, you know, hanging around since, you know, what, February? I kit this up a year ago for my event, and last year in February, and it's still, the washi tape is still in pretty good shape. So I love this. I love this. So you can see we've got the white AB is literally everything that you see in here that's white. All of this water, all of the white in the water, that is AB. All of the white of our Storm God's robes is an AB. So there's a lot of creams and everything else interspersed in here, but anything that's like a 5200, any white on this canvas is AB. So there was some color blocking. So a lot of this is AB with a little bit of cream interspersed. So his robes, the line blocking that you see of the water, that's all AB. Then as we come down, like in the robes, it looks like it would be solid, but that's not solid white. So you'd think, oh, color blocking, pure solid white. No, it's not. That's a little confetti still in here of that. So there's a lot, like I said, a lot of confetti. You do have this whole section of the white AB, and then we come into the bottom portion. As we get towards the bottom, I have to kind of angle it because I did like weird things with my camera setup today. I don't know why. As we come into this portion down here into the bottom edge of this canvas, it also, like, I love how the bottom turned out. Oh my word, do I love how the bottom turned out. I love this water swoosh. This was so much fun to work on because it was just all the blues and the whites. It was so much fun. And this probably was like potentially the most amount of color blocking that I had, with the blues and then the white AB, the blue AB all over this as well. That was so much fun to do. And then we have our little green dragon with his green ABs and the little scattered red ABs as well. I can't angle that weird because that'll pop. I had the canvas in a really weird angle, and with it being a square drill canvas, that'll angle those to where they want to pop off. So I had to straighten it back out. It's fine if it's rolled the correct way, which is the drill side out, then it doesn't do any issues. But this is a stunning canvas. And there's a little bit of the like, this looks like it's pure color blocking, but that's two different color drills right in this top part. That's two different blues that you see right here. So it's not even color blocking across the top. That's two different color drills. Let me pop that drill down. Two different color drills right there. Three actually, because there's one right in there. So there's pure confetti in this kit. And it really comes together. Like, to the naked eye looking at it, you think, okay, you have to kind of step back to a viewing distance. Otherwise it looks very like discombobulating. But once you step back and look at it at the proper viewing distance, like through the camera, it really comes together, and you see that, no, this actually does look really good with that confetti charting, like the confetti charting and the computer render of this. It's just can be very like working on a pure confetti kit for somebody like me who loves color blocking was a challenge, because I so love my color blocking. So this was just non-stop confetti, and it took so much time to do. And it was like, I'm used to a section working up really fast, and each section took me so much longer than I'm used to. Like, it was a solid, like, each section was so much time. I probably forgot to record some of my time working on this kit, because I feel like each area, and maybe it was because I started getting faster as I finished, but I swear at the beginning, each section was taking me like 5 hours to do, when normally a section the size I had these ones at would normally take me like three and a half hours for a section, and they were taking me like 5 hours, which is crazy. I did speed up towards the end. I got faster, but I like the AB placement for sure. The blues, like I said, are in the water. The white is all of the white that you see in the water, and then the white on his robes. Our green is interspersed in our dragon, and then kind of accenting areas for like the dark spots to add a glimmer on his scales. And then the red is kind of like the tips, very, very like few places of red on our dragons, like in the mouth, a little bit in the horns. And then you see the red kind of in the robes. You'll have a little bit of red up here in the robes and a little bit down, a little bit in there, and then also a little bit in the bottom portion of the robes. We have some red AB. What I really think this needed was, besides, I would have loved to see this as like a hybrid charting with a little bit of the confetti, well, a lot of the confetti cleaned up. What I would have loved to have seen would have been a lot more of the green confetti. Like, when this would have been something that would have been cleaned up if there had been like a little hybrid charting done to it. Going in with like some hand charting to make where the AB placement was, kind of bring it all together. Same thing with like the red AB, like make the entire tip of the horn a red AB instead of just like portions of the tip of the horn. Bring it where a larger section, so it wouldn't be just like 3 drills here. Bring them where it's more of it here. Same thing where you've got a few drills of red AB in the tongue of the dragon. Well, why isn't the entire tongue a red AB? Why is there part of this line being a green AB and part of this line a green AB, but make it the entire line of his snout as a green AB? So it's like things like that I'm like, okay, well, why was it only part of it? Like this side of our dragon right up here, this whole section right here, kind of the outline, and this section right here is a green AB, but why in part of this is, so why do we not have like things like that, like that are normally cleaned up when you're doing a hand render, or you're doing cleaning up the computer chart, which would be the hybrid charting, where you don't do everything pixel by pixel, but you kind of clean it up a little bit. That's something that I think could have been beneficial for this canvas. Same thing like in the sword, rather than having 5 shades of gray in the sword with like the outline of the sword being, you know, another 5 shades of coloration, make the sword, you know, like 1, maybe 2 tones of gray / blue for the sword, and clean up the edge of the sword so it's not 5 different shades of purple and everything else. The hilt of the sword, that wasn't an issue. Same thing coming down on the lower one as well. So those were kind of some of the things that I would have liked to have seen cleaned up a little bit, rather than all of this random, like we have these random pocks of orange in the sword there, and it's fine for it to fade into the orange down in this lower portion, but it's when it's there for the entirety of it. Same thing with like the orange flecks in the skin here that we have, and now we have a train going by, so now we get that noise. But that's kind of some of the things. Also, like the fact that our border is like a solid tone on one side. We have a border that's mostly a solid tone, as you see right here, but then you come over to the other side and we have pink and yellow in the border there, which could have very easily been the same solid tone or solid color border on both sides, rather than kind of like that jumbled coloration. That I think could have been cleaned up quite a bit for it, to make it kind of like bring it together a little bit. That's something that I would have liked to have seen, was doing that, and then that would have also like really brought it together. It could have, as much as I hate saying it, this could have been a little bit bigger, just because of you lose some of the detail in his face. His face ends up being very small for the size of this canvas. The dragons themselves, I think, are fine size, like work fine at the size they are, but you definitely lose the detail. Like you can't really make out that there's teeth there. Part of that is because of the lack, because of how much confetti there is. But you lose that detail. Like you can't really see any teeth in the mouth of this dragon. You can on the other ones, you can. That kind of comes through the teeth here. The teeth there mostly do, but it's the confetti that's really struggling to make it a little bit more distinct. So I think having that cleaned up, I think would have really helped. And then also having it a little bit larger, as painful as that is for me to say, because I hate large paintings, I think would have helped to kind of make it kind of come together a little bit more. As far as the render, I think would have helped having it a little bit cleaner if it had been a little bit bigger, because it's like his face is definitely small, and there's a lot of that pink tone, which I think is a little stark compared to the lighter tone of his face over here. But in all, I am extremely pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks really good, especially when you stand back and look at it. It looks really good. I love the color of this, the blue, the orange. It looks really, really good. The water looks amazing. That that part of everything is really good. It did make me, I have a ton of Lazy River canvases in my hoard, and I think I have another, I think like eight or nine square canvases in my hoard. And I actually, because of how much confetti was in this kit, I actually went through and I looked at, like, because I can tolerate confetti much more so when it's round versus squares. So I actually went through my hoard on my Gems Flow and looked at it, and I was like, okay, how many of these squares do I have? How many square Lazy River Crafts canvases do I have? And I was like, okay, I have 8. I have an additional 8 square drill canvases. And of those 8 canvases, how many of them are art that I cannot live without and I absolutely have to have? Like, this was one of them that I absolutely had to have. How many of them are ones that I absolutely have to have, and how many of them are ones that I think I could pass, I could live without that image? And I think there were 4 that I could not live without, and 4 that I was like, okay, I think I can live without those. So I ended up like putting 4 of the Lazy River Crafts canvases that I'm going to destash, just because I'm not a confetti person, and the level of confetti was so intense. So I was like, I can't do it. And because some of them are really big, so they're really big and they're confetti. If it was small and confetti, I think I'd be fine, but they were really big and they're confetti. So there's 4 of them that I kind of destash for, but I'm done. I'm finally done with it. So I've got to give myself a break from the confetti before I can bring myself to tackle another one. But I want to kind of like work my way through some of these large confetti canvases and just have them where when I'm in my mood to work on confetti, let me pull out a Lazy River canvas and have it kitted up so I can have it to work on and do like a section and everything else and kind of work my way through it. So I probably will do that once I get my stuff unpacked and unloaded, and have one kind of on the back burner that I can work through whenever I'm in that mood for confetti, which is rare, but that way I have one that I can be plugging away at, and then alternate it with something like a Diamond Art Club canvas that's very color blocky heavy, so that way I can make some swift progress on it. Like I'm working on one of the Disney ones that's like pure color blocking and is wonderful, and I'm loving it and I'm flying through it compared to the speed that I was working on this one. But anyways, that is the Storm God, which is a beautiful image, and I love how it turned out. But yes, so not for the color blocking loving person. This is very much a confetti lover's paradise. So that is all I have for you guys for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.